Hi everyone, my name is Shivangani Tandon and I am back today with another video on the enrolled agent course overview. What does the enrolled agent mean? What is this license? And how many papers are there? What is the scope of enrolled agent course in the India? And I'll also share my another video on the important topics you need to cover for the enrolled agent examination. So let's focus on today's this video topic, that is enrolled agent overview. I'll share a few slides with you guys. Yeah. So my academy, Shivangani Tandon Academy, is presenting you the enrolled agent course, which is a US tax license, giving you the overview about this. This is the place where enrolled agent importance comes into picture. He is the person who helped them to understand the tax notice. He also tells them what is their rights in this case, how they should be responding to IRS to settle the issue in a positive way. Enrolled agent as a professional scope, EAs are much needed in small scale, large scale public accounting firms, law firm, corporate accounting department, state department, be it any kind of firm. If it is in US, they are required, and also in India. Earlier, the profile was only limited to the big four accounting firms, but now it is shifted to this small scale industry companies as well. So it is shifted to the small scale industries as well. So not only big four accounting firm, even in small scale CPA firms, the enrolled agents are highly required, and they can even do their own practice. Enrolled agents are known as America's tax experts. They are the tax practitioners who specialize in all area of taxation. So you do get the learning of individual tax return plus business tax return plus the representation, how to deal with IRS if there is any legal issue. So all the things of this, all the areas of US taxations are covered under this one license. They are the tax practitioners who specialize in all area of taxation. They can start their own businesses. They may practice full-time or part-time, and they have unlimited earning potential. So when I say they have unlimited earning potential, they may practice full-time or part-time. Full-time when you're working with a company, part-time when you are having experience, you are having this license, then you can do your own practice as well. And unlimited earning potentials, yes, when you work on the return preparation, you sign the return, or you represent the client, or you just reply to the IRS notices in the legal written format, and definitely you get paid differently for each task. Advantages, what are the advantages for enrolled agent courses that you must be looking for? The first is CPA and attorneys are licensed by state, but EAs are federally licensed. So this license is not related to a particular state. It is recognized at the federal level. There are many other areas where you can expand your services in the US tax field, you can provide the estate and gift tax consulting apart from preparing the return. You can assist the companies for their employment tax obligations because you will be expert in this field. Focus on your practice in the retirement planning of your clients. You can also assist the big four, Fortune 500 companies with their corporate income tax returns. So yes, whatever MNCs we have in India, maximum of them are from US. So we can definitely look for the US tax corporation return preparation for them. And many corporations have opened their in-house departments in India, where they do hire the experienced US tax people and they prepare their tax return specifically. To become an enrolled agent, you need to prove that you possess some level of tax expertise by passing all three levels of SEE exam. We call it Special Enrollment Examination, which is SEE. So you basically need to clear 3 papers to get expertise in this field, to get this license. No education requirement exists, because even a 12th pass person can do this license. So they basically do not look for any graduation requirement or any kind of education requirement apart from the basic one. And this is the highest credential awarded by the IRS. Who may practice before IRS? There are many people who can practice before the IRS: attorneys, CPAs, enrolled agent, or there are a few more agents who can either work on the retirement plan or join the board of enrollment actuaries and work. However, EAs are the most preferred and most famous one in the US tax industry. Now we'll understand who is a tax preparer, tax return preparer. Who is that? So in the companies, when you get hired, like in the big four companies, when you get hired, you are a tax return preparer. So you are a person who is preparing the returns for compensation. This also includes tax return preparer definition. This also includes who is the companies which are employing people to prepare the return for compensation. You might prepare the entire return being a preparer, or maybe a portion of the return. Thus people are TRP, we call it in a short term as TRP, tax return preparer. If they are paid to prepare or retain employees to prepare a substantial portion or any federal tax return or refund claim. There are subtypes of TRPs. So there have been many people who connected with me on the PTIN requirement, that do they really need to have PTIN before they prepare the returns, or maybe they are in this industry from long time but they never got a PTIN. So guys, having a PTIN is always very, very important, because it is, you know, PTIN means preparer tax identification number. So if you are into the US tax return preparation industry, you must be having a PTIN, which is the basic requirement for the IRS, from the IRS side. Subtypes: signing TRPs and non-signing. Signing TRPs are the enrolled agent who signs the return and takes the entire responsibility of the tax return. Non-signing TRPs are the people who work as a tax return preparer in the firms. They do prepare a substantial portion of the return, and return gets signed by somebody on the higher position with a designation of EA. Unenrolled return preparers. There are some unenrolled return preparers as well. They might not have a EA designation, CP or attorney, or any other kind of, you know, designation in this field, but they can still, having PTIN, they can still prepare the returns. Registration requirement: any individual who prepares tax return for compensation has to be registered with IRS and pay a registration fees. So once you clear all the three papers, you have to pay a $50 registration fees to IRS to get this EA license, and you need to maintain it every 3 years, getting it renewed. This includes attorneys, CPAs, enrolled agents, everybody who is in this tax return preparation field. They need to pay a registration fees to government. IRS. We have been hearing about this term a lot of time. IRS is a big entity and, you know, big authority. So what is that? IRS is a US government agency responsible for the collection of taxes and enforcement of tax laws. This is the agency. This is the, you know, entity which runs the entire US tax segment in the US. They collect the taxes, they enforces the tax laws, they do all the audits as well as and when required. It was established in 1862 by Abraham Lincoln, President Abraham Lincoln, and it handles corporate gift, excise, estate, all kind of taxes. Basically in the US, people called IRS as taxman. How do you become an enrolled agent? So now we have a path to see that how we can become an enrolled agent. What is the path to go there? First is obtain a PTIN. So presently, IRS is very much busy in the return processing, which have been filed on 15th October 2020. So they might take a time to process your PTIN application. However, having PTIN is the first step everybody in this field must do. It is a must do. So you must be having a preparer tax identification number. You can apply it while visiting to IRS website and checking for this. And second is, once you have PTIN number with you, you can apply for the special enrollment examination. And there are three papers which you need to clear: individual tax return, all about the tax return preparation, tax laws of the US residents. Second one is business tax return. This paper covers all the tax laws of the US corporate firms. So whatever the corporate laws are there to prepare the returns of business firms, be it corporation, be it partnership, be it S Corp or estate or trust, this all tax rules are covered under the paper 2. This is the lengthiest paper among all the three. The third one is representation, practice and procedure. So third paper actually tells you that being an enrolled agent, how you can represent your client or how you can do the practice, what are the ethics to follow, what is the procedure to do. Apply for enrollment. Once you have cleared all the 3 papers, you can apply for the enrollment. And definitely EAs are required to complete 72 hours of continuing education over the 3 years period. So in every 3 years, you have to do some bevels, get the 72 hours of continuing education credits in your account, and you can get your license revenue based on that. 3 parts of paper. So what and all topics are covered under each of the paper? So here we see what topics are covered. Part 1 is individual, where we learn what are the preliminary work we need to do when we start preparing the return. That is means basic, background check for the client. Then income and assets, how we can represent the income and assets. This topic is very important. Around 21 questions would come from income and assets topic in your EA examination paper 1. Second one is deductions and credit. This is also very important. Around 21 questions again will come from deductions and credit. So if anybody looking for the e-exam part 1 paper preparation must be having expertise in these 2 topics, income and assets, deductions and credits, because around 42 questions of this examination part 1 will come from these topics. Then next is taxation and taxation and advice, and specialized return for individual estate, that is, estate tax and gift tax. Paper 2 covers business, how many types of business entities, what are their filing requirements, how to form each kind of business entity in the US, how an enrolled agent can help the client to form their business in the United States. Those are partnership, corporation, S Corp, a detailed tax laws of each of these US firms. Then business income, expenses, business assets. If there is any business asset transaction, how to report the gain and loss on the returns. What are the rules related to the reporting of gain and losses? That is very important in the paper. Then specialized returns and taxpayers. So trust formation, estate, exempt organization, how they run their business, how to file their return is covered under this. Third is representation, practice and procedure. So under this, we are covering practice before IRS. Being an enrolled agent, how do you do your practice in front of IRS? What are the requirements for enrolled agent to become an enrolled agent or to maintain your license? Representation before IRS, when you're representing your client before IRS. Then record maintenance, when you are in this field, which is very sensitive. The tax, returns filing is very sensitive issue. So when you're in this industry, you must be, maintaining the records very properly and up to at least 3 years. Electronic filing, how to file the returns while, using the e-file option will be covered under this. Next question is, which year is tested? Because IRS e-exam testing window only opens from May till Feb. So only for 10 months. So people will be asking, when it is starting opening only from May, then which test year it is testing on? So IRS says EA exams will only test the previous year's tax law, which will be helpful for you to prepare the returns or to make you understand the tax laws flow. EA candidates sitting 2020 tax laws. EA exam information, how much you need to pay and how you can register for the EA examination. The testing fees is $182 for each part of examination. The fees changes every year due to inflation rate. So you might see a change in the fees for next year or might not see. This fees is paid at the time you schedule your examination. Okay, regarding the fees part, guys, you need to pay the amount at the time when you book your seat for the examination. However, this fees is non-refundable. So what you need to do, in case you have to get your examination reschedule, if you are not very much prepared, you need to look for the 3 steps. First, if you reschedule your exam right before 30 days of your exam date. So suppose my exam is booked on 2nd of Feb 2021. Today is 29 December and I need to reschedule because I'm not prepared for my part 1 examination. I need to reschedule my examination for next year testing window before 2nd January 2021. So by 1st January, I should be rescheduling it. Otherwise, my entire fees will not be helpful in the rescheduling examination. If I do this rescheduling before 30 days, I do not need to pay anything extra to IRS. In case you miss the deadline of 2nd January, if you reschedule your examination from 29 day to 5 days window, you need to pay $35 extra. So suppose somewhere around 10th of January, you realize you are not prepared, you cannot do it in 20 days and you need to reschedule. You will be paying $35 extra to reschedule your examination for next testing window. In case right before the examination, within 5 days, you realize you cannot do this examination, you are not prepared, and you try to reschedule, you have to pay entire fees. So it's better not to reschedule, rather attempt it once, sit and see how and which kind of examinations are asked in the exam, which kind of questions are asked in the examination. Next is location. How you can find the location for the testing centers. You need to visit Prometric website. The link is given here. On the Prometric website, you can go and select the locate a test center option, update your city name, and you will be able to see that how many testing centers are there in your city or nearby city where you can travel and give the examination. In one day, there are 2 slots for the examination. It's 8 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And you will not be able to schedule all the examination in 3 days continuously. Even IRS says that there must be 24 hours gap in the examination schedule. So if you do it, if you want to book your all 3 examination, you must be having at least 1 day gap between 2 papers. Enrolled agent course provided by Shivangi Tandon Academy. We do provide you 3 to 4 months course on a stretch. The classes will be held over the weekends and it is 60 hours plus virtual classroom training. Due to COVID, there is no live training which we are providing. It is virtual class training where we'll be logging in same time through a application and we'll be having a classroom scenario. You can ask the question on a spot and get your doubts clarified. There are 3 papers, single level examination, 60 plus hours classes are planned over the 14 plus weekends. So overall, we can say it is a course which we can cover in 3 to 4 months time period. I'll be a faculty for those classes. Study material, I'm providing you my own study material, which will be provided to you in the PDF format. You can easily use it for a study purpose. So this is the study material which will be provided to you all in the PDF mode, or if you want in the printed mode, it will be also provided in that way. So you can study with this study material for your EE examination. The study material itself covers around 300 to 400 MCQs in this. And it's in a very simple language, easy language, which anybody can understand, even if they are coming from the non-US tax industry. Large test banks, yes, we have around 2000 plus MCQs, out of which 700 to 800 are included in all the 3 materials books, and remaining are uploaded on the websites where you can do your practice. You can do your mock test, you can do your model papers as well before going to the examination. All the questions are based on the previous year examination. So you will be, you will not have any difficulty to clear your E examination if you have done the practice questions properly. And yes, the key to clear E examination is to do more and more practice question. You can connect with me on the website, on the phone number given here at any time when you have any query regarding the EA examination. And looking forward for my next video. I'll see you there for the important topics to be covered for the EA paper Feb 2021 window, be it individual paper, business, or paper 3 representations. So wait for my next video. I'll see you there. Bye.